Hi, welcome once again. My name is Emil, and this is my little short podcast where I unpack some of the top news stories from our G14 classified files. We also gonna have a featured video that I always do to kind of fill you in on what's going on and also give you my opinion on that. So let's just jump right into it. Let's catch you up with what's been going on. First off, here in Georgia, there was a school shooting again. Yes, another one, like DJ Khaled says. But anyway, a 14-year-old by the name of Colt Gray shot up Apalanchee High School. There's his picture there. He killed 4 people and hurt about 9 more during this shooting. He has been arrested and he has been charged he will be charged as an adult for shooting those victims. His father, Colt Gray, has also been arrested and he will also be charged. Not quite sure what the charges are right now, but he's going to be charged, I think, with involuntary manslaughter, something to that effect. Also, in the news, rapper Homie Quan has passed. Apparently, Homie Quan, born Devante Lamar, wow, that's a name. He apparently died of a drug overdose. Now, of course, some conspiracy theorists and people are going to say all this is connected to the Young Thug trial because he was mentioned in that trial. Whether that has anything to do with it or not, we probably would never know. Yes, Homie Quan has passed, and may he rest in peace. Sorry to hear that. Also in the news, check this out. How many of you guys have fallen victim to this Chase money hack? Apparently, it's been going around TikTok as the infinite money hack at Chase Bank. And what it is people are depositing checks, and before the check clears, they are withdrawing money. Now, several people have done this, and to be quite honest with you, all you guys are stupid because it is actually bank fraud. Have you guys not heard of the old African send me money and I will send you some money back check scam? That's all it is. It's bank fraud, pure and simple. And when they catch on to what you did, your account's gonna be in the negative and you're gonna owe back all that money. So don't do it. But if you're gonna do it, at least use someone else's bank account. Don't use your own bank account. Come on, people. Yeah. Y'all young people are stupid. Yeah. Don't even know how to scam. But if you're going to scam right. But whoever did this, whoever went on TikTok and posted all this, I feel for you. And hopefully you get a second job because you're going to need it to pay back that money. So, with that being said, let's get into the feature video that I have today. That is of this judge who is basically racist. She has the power of controlling people's lives in her hand. She's been getting away with this for a long time, years, from what I understand. And a gentleman finally came forward to kind of rectify the situation and expose this judge. And anyway, I'm not going to keep talking about it. Y'all check out the news story, check out the news clip. Let me know what you think in the comments. After, I'm just going to let the clip play in its entirety, because I hate when people always play clips and stop, play clips and stop. So I'm going to just play the news clip. But if this is not a reason for you guys to get out and vote in your local elections, it should be. So check out this clip here.
With a judge who makes life-altering decisions for families and those with disabilities, now accused of making racist comments and using shocking, derogatory language. Thank you for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Mike Duffy. 7 investigator Heather Catallo joins us now with more about why an Oakland County probate judge has been removed from her docket. Heather?
Mike, a high-ranking probate court official says he's been recording Judge Kathleen Ryan's statements for years. Even though probate court administrator Edward Hutton says he's been harassed by Judge Ryan, he says he does not want this to be about him. Hutton says he's coming forward now because he wants to protect the people who have to face Judge Ryan in the courtroom.
The Honorable Kathleen A. Ryan presiding.
Good morning. You may be seated.
After more than 13 years on the bench, Oakland County Chief Probate Pro Tem Judge Kathleen Ryan is out of her courtroom. Chief Probate Judge Linda Hallmark removed Judge Ryan from her docket last week, announcing that a complaint about internal allegations of unprofessional conduct was sent to the Judicial Tenure Commission. Judge Ryan was arrested in 2021 for domestic violence, but those charges were later dismissed. And now she's back in the headlines.
So if you're black from any other country, you're doing way better. If you're an American black person, then you're a lazy piece of.
The 7 investigators have obtained the recordings that county officials say prompted Judge Ryan's removal.
Oh, he's just I have no use for him.
She's made it a living hell in the past 6 years. I mean, it's been terrible. It's cost me relationships. I think it's affected my health. Can't sleep.
Attorney Edward Hutton is the Oakland County Probate Court Administrator. He's in charge of running everything that's not under the judge's purview inside one of the state's largest probate courts. Hutton alleges Judge Ryan has been calling him both during work and after hours for years. And Hutton says during those hours and hours of calls, Judge Ryan said highly inappropriate things.
Why did you start recording the calls?
I just felt like it wasn't going to change. Nothing's manipulated in it. It's conversations that I was a part of, and I'm absolutely willing to testify to the authenticity of every single one of them.
I can honestly say that, okay, I'm not systemically racist, I'm a new racist. I never was, but now I am, because you're shoving the down my throat and making allegations that you don't know about. You're telling me who I am, and you've never met me. You. You.
Hutton says the judge also used homophobic slurs about other elected officials.
You know.
And that's not all.
A lot of times they were conversations about sexual encounters that she's having with various individuals. I mean, in intimate detail.
Hutton says for years he felt like he had to play along, and he says for years he was afraid to speak up.
I didn't want to lose my job, and I didn't want to be in her crosshairs. It's such a David and Goliath situation. I don't have the power. I'm not elected. I could get fired tomorrow.
On May 24th, Hutton says he sent Chief Judge Linda Hallmark a notice of sexual harassment.
For 3 months, nothing happened.
That's why on August 22nd, Hutton says he decided to send the recordings to the Chief Justice of the State Supreme Court, Oakland County Executive David Coulter, and other public officials. And he also contacted me.
I just want to make it right. I haven't filed a lawsuit. I'm not looking for a payday. I want to keep my job and do it in peace. And I want the people in Oakland County that come to court to get a fair shake, to have their day in court, to have an unbiased trier of fact.
In that email, Hutton said Judge Ryan, quote, has vocalized her hate and contempt for various protected groups. Once the recordings were shared with those state and county officials, Judge Ryan was removed from her docket. In a statement, County Executive Coulter said, quote, "There is absolutely no place for harassment of any kind or for racist or homophobic language by anyone at Oakland County, especially by someone the public must be confident will act fairly and impartially. The alleged conduct and abhorrent comments made by Judge Ryan merited her removal from the probate court docket pending further investigation."
Is Judge Ryan fit to be on the bench?
Absolutely not. Nobody with that much hate in their heart for certain people or certain groups of people, I don't believe that they could possibly make fair, unbiased decisions regarding them.
I did reach out to Judge Kathleen Ryan to talk to her about this. Her attorneys sent me this statement that says, quote, "We respect the authority of the Michigan Supreme Court. However, we look forward to vindicating Judge Ryan in the appropriate forum." I also spoke to probate judge Daniel O'Brien. He says Judge Ryan's friends are supporting her and believe these statements are totally out of character for her.
All right, certainly a lot here, but what's next with the Judicial Tenure Commission?
Well, they cannot confirm or deny whether they are pursuing an investigation. There has been some reporting that suggested that the complaint against the judge involved an inappropriate personal relationship. Hutton says that is not true. He says there was no physical contact. This was strictly a sexual harassment complaint about her alleged comments that started all of this. But again, he says the bigger issue here is what the judge says about people in protected classes, and he's hoping that that is what the JTC will focus on. So everybody's just sort of waiting to see what they will do.
And it sounds like this is in its early days. We know that you're going to stay on top of it, so
we will follow it.
Appreciate it.
Now you see why it's so important to vote. Because if you don't vote, this is what you end up with. You end up with judges that have personal opinions and that are completely biased. And these people have your life in their hands. So if they can't be unbiased, then they need not be in that position of power, just like that guy said. So let me know what you think in the comments, give your opinions, and until next time, thanks for watching. Hello. Today's Forgotten Fact, something that happened way back in 1901 or 1901, the beginning of the century. President William McKinley is shot while attending a reception at the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York. I never even knew there was a President William McKinley, so this is new to me. He was shot by 28-year-old anarchist Leon something. I have no clue how to pronounce his last name. I'm just going to spell it out for you. CZOLGOSZ. However you say that, I'll put it up. McKinley dies 8 days later and was the third American president assassinated. President McKinley gets shot. He dies. Former President Trump gets shot. He lives. They missed. Who knew? But that is today's Forgotten Fact. See you next time. Don't believe me? Look it up.